Hi, we live.
Hello.
So, uh, let's see. My mind just went blank.
Yeah, so we're talking about Evelyn and what she's doing
Yeah,
against the Western States Health Alliance or whatever it's called, correct?
right. So I just set up an event. She is our little go-getter, and there's a group of people out in Port Townsend who are super active, and they're going to get together and have a petition initiative signing um, at at the farmers market in Port Townsend on Saturday the 13th. So they'll have a little table set up there, and what they're going to have is they're going to have the petition that opposes the Western the West Coast Health Alliance. They're also
Mhm.
going to have talk about parental rights within the school environment and the opposing boys in competition in girls sports. So those two big initiatives that are out right now, right?
Yep.
Um, and so they're going to have all those there. They're also going to have. I have buttons and keychains
Oh, very
with
nice.
people, and then
And
so
like I said earlier, you can hang those buttons on your Christmas tree.
for Christmas decorations. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Or your beard. You can hang them
oh
on your beard.
I
you
have
never
lights.
said you haven't done the lights in your beard.
I have lights for my beard.
Yeah.
Oh, there we
And
go.
little ornaments.
Let's get some pictures of that.
Should I get the other chair?
You should probably get the other chair because you just blurry.
I'm just little.
Um. So anyway,
He
and then I have
looks short.
sure. So, all right.
He looks very dwarven.
Very. And I've got it. I should probably just turn off the blur, but
Is your background that bad?
no.
Okay.
I don't know how to turn it off once we've like started. And I keep
If you
forgetting to
go
turn it off.
to
There's a button.
yeah, you can look at actually I don't know visual effects.
Visual
No
effects. There we go. None.
camera.
There
Oh,
it is.
that's a lot better.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
There we go. That's a lot better.
yeah. You're not
No,
cutting
it's
in
just
and
my
out.
extra fridge and freezer.
Yeah.
So, um,
Glenn does look taller too, by the way, so that
I
helped.
got a taller chair now.
Oh, yes.
he really is short.
Oh, that's rude.
He really is short.
Very dwarven, like I said
Very
earlier.
dwarven, yes.
Wow.
Okay, there's
No.
that. And then, we normally do our Zoom meetings the last Thursday of the
Mhm.
month with Christmas and then Thanksgiving. Like that's not working this year. So I'm going to move it to the 18th for our
Cool.
December one.
Yeah, we normally have a really large group of people that show up in the last one because it was, right before Thanksgiving. There wasn't anyone there besides
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So we get boring talking to each other, right?
yeah. Why are we even doing live streams?
uh, let's see.
We had the most amount of people show up yesterday that I've ever seen on a live stream.
Yeah, that was awesome. It was
Mhm.
great, but you know,
They
um,
we were probably really annoying because they're not back.
they were like, once was enough.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough of that shit.
Yeah. Um, I also wanted to share a little video.
Yes.
Mute. I
Yeah, that is an amazing video. Yeah, if
Right.
you can figure that out.
yeah, hold on. I just need to get it open big. What are you doing, you crazy thing?
Yeah, so you said you did share it on the We the People page on our Facebook.
It is on our Facebook page. Yeah.
All
Hold on.
right.
Okay. Here we go. Let me
Mhm.
hold on. My camera sits right in front of my thing. Okay,
Shouldn't click
share.
on to up there.
Click on the what?
Shouldn't the camera go up there?
Well, yeah, but then it'd be pointing down at the top of my head.
That wouldn't be good.
No, nobody wants to see the top of my head. Windows. Okay. Here we go. Can you see that?
Nope. You got to put it on the.
Who
Here you
exactly
go.
are we the people?
Oh,
In this
I
first
gotta
part,
add it.
we're just
Okay.
going to cover the
So
basics
let
of
me
what this new
go
organization is and where it's right.
Oh,
Let's
let me-
kick things off with a
I can hear it. So
Oh, you
can.
can hear
Oh
it.
yeah, I can hear the
I have
volume from it.
mine- I have mine.
pretty wild
muted,
idea.
so I
What if a
can't actually
political
hear
party
it.
had absolutely no platform? Today, we're taking a look at a new group up in Washington called We the People, and they're basically
Why
trying to
can't
do
I
just
hear
that. They're proposing a total redesign of how a political party even works.
it? Is it
And
playing?
this is the core question their entire model is built on. Just think about that for a second. A political party with no preset agenda, no policies handed down from the top. It's literally a blank slate. And the members are the ones who get to build the entire thing from the ground up. It's a pretty radical idea. So let's break down exactly how they think they can pull it off. So, who exactly are we the people? In this first part, we're just going to cover the basics of what this new organization is and where it's trying to fit into the political scene. Okay, so at its heart, We the People is officially a new political organization in Washington. And this is a really key point. They aren't trying to reform one of the big parties from the inside. Nope. They are setting themselves up as a totally separate third-party alternative for voters who, might feel like the current system isn't really working for them. Now, the party uses two very specific words to describe itself: decentralized and minimalists. And these aren't just buzzwords they're throwing around. They are absolutely key to understanding how their whole system is supposed to work. So, what does that actually mean? Well, according to them, it means power isn't all concentrated at the top with a handful of party leaders. Instead, it's spread out among all the members. They're the ones who get a direct vote on the party's platform, they get to pick the candidates who will run, and they even get to decide how the party's money gets spent. And this slide really puts it in perspective, doesn't it? In a traditional party, you've got a small group of leaders or committees deciding the platform and choosing the candidates. The We the People model just throws that whole idea out the window. Here, every single member gets a direct say through a vote. It's a huge shift from that old representative structure within the party to more of a direct democracy. So this whole decentralized thing is really powered by one simple idea. Let's dig into how the party actually makes its decisions using direct voting. This quote, and it's straight from their website, really nails their main promise. It's simple, but it's a really powerful statement. The key word here is vote. It puts the members right in the driver's seat for the three most critical parts of any political party: what it stands for, who represents it, and where the money goes. So the crucial thing to get is how this voting power is used. It's not just some vague concept. They've broken it down into these three clear pillars. First, members vote to literally create the official party platform. Second, they vote to choose which candidates get to represent the party. And third, they vote on how the money, the donations and funds they raise, is actually spent. Of course, a model like this lives and dies on one thing: participation. So let's take a look at how the party is actively trying to get people to join in and actually engage with this new system. I mean, to make this whole thing work, they need people, lots of people. On their site, the calls to action are super clear. They need official members to cast votes, they need volunteers to help organize, and they need donors to fund the whole operation. Unlike a traditional party that might just want your vote on election day, this model needs you to be actively involved all the time. It's basically a full-on invitation to build the party yourself. So when you put all the pieces together, what you're really looking at is a fascinating political experiment. It's taking this ancient idea of direct democracy and applying it not to a government, but to the internal engine of a political party. The people don't just pick their representative, they build the entire machine from scratch. And that leaves us with a really big final question to think about. This model sounds straightforward, even empowering in theory, but could it actually work in the real world? Could a party with a platform that's always changing based on member votes actually navigate the incredibly complicated world of modern policy and government? It's a fascinating question, and one that the political world in Washington might just start to answer for us.
That's great.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, that is awesome.
Let's see here.
And now we need to get the voting system put together.
Right, which I did start on. And
Yeah.
then, got.
That's an easy one to put together, isn't it?
Well, I have it. I think it'll work really well. The one that I found, and I can't even remember the name of it now. But it's, we have some people who don't do technology at all.
Yeah.
And so we want to be able to accommodate them also, because everybody, nothing should be a barrier from participating. And so the program that I found doesn't require like you to register or whatever. I put in all of the names who can vote, and it sends out an email to everybody. And so it makes it really nice and easy for voting. And then we can share the results with everybody. I started
Yeah.
doing it, and then,
This is absolutely revolutionary. So Tony, for you putting that together, that video, that's amazing. Let's put some, obviously we talked about putting some, marketing dollars behind it for ads, but when people realize what we're doing, they're going to jump on board, because direct democracy is what needs to happen. It is the next step in political evolution.
right.
And, we've talked about this before. We currently live under an oligarchy with extra steps, right? It's a small group of people. Here in Washington State, it's 120 people total, right? But that's still a small group compared to the, 6 million people in Washington State.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Glenn, are you ready to run for office and
Absolutely.
basically do the will of the people, right? Because that's what it should be. If you're an elected official, right?
That's the way it was meant to be.
Yeah.
We're really just going back to the way it was first written, with "we the people." That was the document that was written.
Yeah, you're right.
Literally. So we're just going back to the way it was supposed to be, and greedy people changed it.
Yep.
They just got greedy, and I understand how they get sucked into that, but you have to have balance and not get sucked into that kind of thing.
Well, we've talked about this before. It's like, you guys, myself, like, I don't want to live in a multi-million-dollar house. I want to have a farm somewhere out in the country and not have to worry about any of this stuff. I just don't want to be stolen from. I don't want to be coerced to do all these things.
Right.
You
Yeah.
wanna
So-
live free.
I don't want
Yeah,
to
exactly.
worry about when the government decides that my chickens and my ducks aren't okay to have anymore.
Yeah.
I need to be worried about some bullshit bird flu, that's, because, I just saw something, and there's literally no information, but I can't even remember what news place put it out. But we have Spanaway Lake over here, and there was a couple of dead birds. Like, that's it. It's just a photo of dead birds, and they're like, what could have killed them? Is this the bird flu? It's like,
Could have been kids with BB guns.
fight me. Like,
Same-
we start talking about that, and here we go. Like, now you're
Yeah.
gonna like, what's
Same
next?
Same thing happened here locally, because we live at the beach, right? And there was a couple dead seagulls, and someone posted the bird flu.
Oh God.
And then the Washington State Department of Forestry or whatever commented like, "Oh, we tested the birds, they didn't have bird flu." And it's like, but for 2 days, people were freaking out. Don't take your dogs to the beach. Don't go to the beach. The bird flu is on the beach. Like, people were freaking out. And guess what? There was no bird flu.
Right, and probably
It's just
not here.
old birds.
Right? Like, or I mean, it's asinine.
Yeah.
So that's I have so much. I was watching that documentary today. I just posted it, and it was about kids being stolen, right, by CPS. Essentially, is basically what it is. And we quit talking about that a long time ago, because people just don't believe it's something that happens, right? But that's like exactly the kind of thing, right? Like, you think that you're doing good and you're being good citizens, and if you don't do anything wrong, then nothing can happen to
You have nothing to worry about.
and like, that's so not true. Like, whether it's my chickens, we're not doing anything wrong, they're well taken care of, right? Or your children that you're trying to do well with, like, every aspect of the government just wants to shoot you down
Yeah.
and control everything.
Oh, yeah.
You see those things that go around every now and then about, like what can you do that you're actually free to do? And then you see people comment on it. Have you ever done any of that? Like you ask people like what can you do
That the government
that the
doesn't
government
regulate
doesn't
or control or tax in some way. There's zero.
I can't think of anything. You can't go for a walk. Your streets are regulated by the government, right? Like, I mean, like if you're walking on the street, right,
Mhm.
you're paying taxes for those streets,
Oh yeah.
right? So like what do we have that the government does not
Regulate or control.
regulate or control?
Nothing.
Yeah. Nothing.
Nothing. You cannot do anything without their permission. That is not freedom. You have to have their permission to do anything you want to do. And that's a fact. You
Well,
can't
the
drive
Glen-
down the street unless you got a driver's license. You can't drive down the street without paying a tax on your car. You can't drive to, there's a
Insurance?
tax on literally everything.
Insurance
Yeah.
required.
I mean, I get insurance required, but it's like the permission that you need to do all this stuff is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So we need to have conversations about this and put these things up for a vote. I'm not sure if you're familiar with sunset clauses. Have you heard of that?
Mm-mm.
Sounds familiar.
So every law and every tax should have a sunset clause, which means that after 4 years, it stops and then we re-vote. Right? We
Right.
need to re-vote on all of these things that are happening. The problem is that there is no sunset clauses built into the system. They haven't included them, so we need to start having these conversations. And that's what running for office is really going to be about. It's like talking about these issues. Like you can bring up sunset clauses and there's going to be a ton of people that have never heard about it. Like sunset clauses, what is that? Oh, that means like this new tax is only going to be applicable for the next 2 years, not for infinity years where
Right.
all your kids and your grandkids and the great grandkids are going to have to pay for it.
They had a tax to build this street over here. Well, once that street's paid off, that tax should go away.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Mhm.
It doesn't go away. It keeps going. Right?
That's
There
just
is no
mercury in your body just keeps accumulating.
Yeah. And that's why, you look at the Washington State, we still have a budget deficit. They just increased taxes by the most amount ever, 10% increased taxes. And guess what? They lost money. There's still a budget deficit.
Yeah,
because they're
there's a
spending
fix
too
for
much.
that.
They're gonna-
There's a fix for that, Michael. They have the solution
They're going to
this
charge us
time.
income tax now.
Yes.
That's what they're doing. They're putting it through, and they're not even going to do a vote. They're just going to do an income tax
You're kidding.
It's gonna fix it all.
because
It's
they have a
gonna
shortfall. They're going to add They're not. They haven't decided yet what bracket of class of people. Is it going to be 150,000? If you make more than 120,000, you have to pay an income tax. People below don't for now.
Right.
They're gonna drive all the productive people out of the state. Look, Microsoft is moving out, Amazon is moving out. Anyone that brings, innovative value, right, are going to be driven out of the state.
Well, right, because there's the payroll tax and the income tax that they're going to do, both of those.
Yes.
Oh,
So
Jeez.
it's both. And I think that the payroll tax is like a 5% payroll tax. So it's just, it's insane. And
5% payroll tax. They already have a 10% B&O tax.
Yep,
So that's
now another
15%.
There's
Yep.
15% right off the top before
Yep.
they even tax you on anything else.
Yep. And so what kind
Man.
of wages are you going to get for that, right? Like we have finally gotten, I mean, we're in like the 50s, right? Like we're in our 50s. And we finally are making money. Like we should feel confident that we're not have to worry.
But we do.
Yeah.
But we do, because everything is so expensive, and then God
Yeah.
knows what they're going to tax us for. We don't have car payments. We run our cars into the ground. We don't want new cars. Like we don't want all the technology in the car.
Sure. Yep.
For multiple reasons, but you know, it's just as soon as you get to one level, they just take more.
Yes, and that's why we never get ahead.
You can't. It's so hard to get ahead and feel like, you know, you have to make. I don't know how much money you have to make to feel like you can, you know, I don't know how people go on vacation the way that they do, or get to,
We don't.
right. I mean,
We
you
don't.
know,
We haven't went on vacation for years. It's been a couple of years since we went on vacation.
yeah. I mean, we have to save our asses off in order to
We've
be
been
able
on
to
what,
afford
3 in 20
anything.
years? We've been on
Yeah.
3 vacations in 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yellowstone
it just seems
Zoo.
like we're getting extorted left and right. I'm having to pay more money, property taxes, and now that you know the PUD thing that you know talked about
Yeah.
yesterday, where I wanted to shoot someone. It just I wanted to. I'm not going to do it, Glenn. I'm not going to do it,
I know,
right? But I wanted to
right?
because they're just stealing money from me.
They're thieves, and that's what happens to thieves.
Yeah, and these people are getting paid $120,000 a year. This attorney was sitting there making $400 an hour,
Jesus wept.
telling the commissioners that, oh no, don't make an exception to the rule because then you have to make exceptions for everyone. Like the rule doesn't make sense. The rule doesn't have any logic or reasoning behind it. But this guy making $400 an hour, like you can tell that he is just like living off government largesse. You know what I mean? Like you can tell by looking at him. Like
They get comfortable and then they don't
Oh,
wanna
yeah.
fight anymore.
Do
And
you-
that is the other reason that we need term limits, right? Because we need fighters. We need people who are going to go in and make a difference and not get comfortable.
You know, if you
Yeah,
go,
my
if you
dog's
go work
growling.
for the county or state as an if you work for the county or state or whatever as an inspector, you can retire after 5 years.
That's crazy.
After 5 years?
5 years, and you'll get a retirement
With
I
a
don't know if it
pension?
is, but I know that you can. That's what
Yeah.
they're telling me
Why aren't you doing that?
because I'm not. I can't do that to people.
We're gonna edit that out.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Just kidding. We're live streaming.
You know, it's such a bummer to be ethical, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I've-
not,
yeah,
not
I've got my
bummer. I mean, that's
I've
not
got
the
my
right-
I've got my dog here laying down behind me, and she's like growling because every
Right.
time I get riled up, she's like, "Urgh." Yeah,
If we
fuck the
weren't
government.
ethical, we'd
Urgh.
be wealthy.
Yeah, if we weren't ethical,
Not
we'd
rich.
be
We'd be
wealthy.
wealthy if we weren't ethical.
Same here.
You
Same
know,
here.
Our construction company, we couldn't make money with our construction company because we couldn't charge
The prices.
the
other way.
prices that other people charge.
It was horrible.
And so that's why he went to work for somebody else, because it just didn't make sense for us to keep doing it. Like it was
Yeah.
like a roller coaster, because we just,
Couldn't charge the prices other people do
it's
because
insane.
it's like it's unethical.
We just don't see
Yeah.
a reason to charge that much. But then, you know, we weren't making any money because
We were ethical.
bleeding
You know,
heart.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. Like we help people with cancer, and it's like these oncologists are charging $10,000 per, you know, chemo session or whatever, and we're charging $200 for a bottle of CBD-RSO that's curing people of cancer, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a nightmare. The whole system is set up for good people to fail, and that's what
Right.
we need to
They'll
fix.
demonize you as a witch doctor.
Oh yeah, yep. Selling, what is it? What do they call it?
Snake oil.
Snake oil. Yep, snake oil salesman. Exactly. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they're the ones that are the snake oil salesmen.
Yep. And they're killing
For real.
people.
They
Yep.
used to tar and feather people like them.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So.
All right, well, I know that we got another commitment at 5:30, so I guess we better hop
Yeah.
off
Let's.
here for tonight. But tomorrow we will be here with Christina from New York.
Yep.
From New York, We the People, and we're going to talk about Larry Sharp and Mr.
Yeah, did
Glenn Kelly.
Did this not go out to Twitter tonight?
Did.
It did.
It
Yeah.
did.
We haven't had very many viewers at all.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know.
Never
Hey.
give up, never surrender.
Yes. We'll keep going tomorrow night.
My arm in hers, right here.
All right. So here in a couple minutes, we're building out Glenn's website. So that should be exciting.
Yes, I cannot wait.
I want that video on it. That thing was so cool.
Yeah, I'm making.
Yeah, we'll put it there. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can put it up there.
Yeah. So all right, all the links are in the description to the video, so that you can share that, to donate, to sign up for our newsletter, and always to the petition against the Western Health Alliance.
How do
Awesome.
we get signature gatherers for that? Like that one guy that does such a good job. What do they
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is with that petition, that's not a legitimate government petition.
Right.
Just so you know.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's just. A
I mean,
petition
we
for
could
people.
run it. Yeah, we could run it next year. We can actually run an initiative and actually collect the signatures.
that'll make
That could be a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. That might be something to. No. You just made my head.
Another thing. Let's do another thing.
How do you do an initiative?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you on the call.
All right.
Right
Have a
on.
good night.
Night.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.